Hi there YouTube, so today I'm going to be doing a video on salt spray. And this is for your hair, so for people who don't know what it is basically just a good spray that you can get into your hair that is going to give it that kind of beachy wave type thing that's kind of really big and in right now, and it's something where you don't have to use heat on your hair or anything really. Not a lot of product, just spray this in and it gives you a nice kind of form to your hair so that it doesn't just fall kind of flat. So right now this is what my hair looks like naturally. There's nothing in it right now. I just kind of pinned it back and made sure that it had kind of a form because I did go out earlier today, but it has nothing in it right now. And just so you guys know, and before you do the salt spray, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second, I do recommend that you play with your hair at night. Like once you get out of the shower, you can put your hair in like a bun so that it does have a little bit of curl or kind of fluff to it before you put the salt spray in. So that's what I did. I just put my hair into a really high bun, and then it gives it that nice kind of scrunched up, piecey kind of look to it so that the salt spray goes in a lot nicer rather than just having your hair really dry, because you do have to have your hair pretty damp, and if you put your hair into a high bun before you go to sleep, it will be damp in the morning because it's just been kind of gathering its moisture right in that bun. So it'll be nice and damp, not too wet, not too dry, but you can put the salt spray in and it'll still end up working. So now that I've talked about it a little bit, I'm going to get to the video. Okay, bye. So the things that you're going to need before you ever do this is let me just zoom in. You're going to need some gel. So I'm using LA Wet Look, which is pretty cheap, nothing too special. Then you're going to need a spoon, just to stir. Let me get a little bit closer. Then you're going to need your salt. I'm using, if you guys can see this, some sea salt, just pretty finely ground, and yeah. Then you need your conditioner, and you want to use a conditioner that kind of has a beachy smell so that it doesn't smell like awful in your hair. And then a 7 to 8 ounce bottle that is squirtable so that you may use it. So I'm going to do this from several different recipes. I put them all together, found out what worked for me, and hopefully it's going to work for you guys. So now I'm going to mix it all up and you guys will get to see this all happen. So now that I have everything together, I'm going to show you guys exactly what, sorry, there's a mirror right here by the way, I do. Basically, you're going to start off by taking this, and this is your 8 ounce bottle, and I just used one that I got from a fragrance at Bath & Body Works that I don't use anymore, and those are 8 ounce bottles if you guys know what I'm talking about. And you're just going to open it, and this is really perfect for doing this. So if you are wondering what kind of bottle you should be using, that is the one that you should use. So then you have your salt, water, making it work, and slowly you're going to kind of need to put it in very carefully. So I'm going to put it in for you guys, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after. So now that you have, oh by the way, this is an 8 ounce bottle, and you're going to take 8 ounces of water in here, and it is a full 8 ounce bottle, so if you can see there's a little bit extra space there just for everything else that's going to go in. And then I put 1/2 a teaspoon of salt, and this is what it looks like right now. And you just want to shake it up until it looks pretty much dissolved. You can see that it has bubbles right now, so you don't want that yet. And yeah, you just want to kind of shake it, make sure it gets nice and dissolved in there, so it pretty much looks like clear. You're going to use is 1/2 a teaspoon of Oh, I hope this doesn't drip. Okay. 1/2 a teaspoon of, excuse me, your typical, whatever you want to use, conditioner. And I just used a little bit of a coconut scented one. You can really use anything you want, whatever floats your boat, but I really like the coconut scent, and I think it kind of adds to having those beachy waves, and it just gives it a nice scent so you don't smell like salt. So once you have this, then you're just going to take your spoon and you're just going to spoon that right in there, and then you're going to shake it up again. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like after. Now I've added the conditioner, and if you can see, it actually looks pretty gross right now. It's just getting kind of chunky, but as you mix it in a little bit more, sorry, and you just got to shake it a lot. Sorry. And eventually it'll get nice and dissolved in there. The last thing that you're going to add is your gel. I'm really just using a really cheap gel, probably around $2, $1. You just want it to be kind of runny so that it dissolves a little bit faster and gets nice and in there. And that's just going to be the thing that holds your hair in that curl. The conditioner just helps it get soft, and if you have drier hair, then you want to add a little bit more conditioner to it. And the salt is obviously healthy for your hair and what keeps it kind of in that position, as well as the gel does. And then the water is just, you know, the base. And you want to keep this tight while you keep kind of stirring. So this whole process, you want to kind of let it sit after you've gone through all the different steps, just to make sure that it's well utilized, well mixed in, and you're gonna end up right now with a kind of murky substance. It doesn't look the best, but it's not about the way it looks, it's about the way it works. So yeah, I've done this a few times, and now I'm just gonna let it kind of sit, shake, do its thing for a little bit, and then by the end of the day I'm gonna have a nice salt spray that is really good and works. I think making your own is so simple, and it doesn't really require a lot of different ingredients that you can only get if you're working in a factory. So it saves you money, you know, and you can do it to your need and to your liking so that you have something that works for you. And this is my first DIY, so that's kind of cool. But I don't think I'm much of a DIY person because, you know, I don't know, I'm just not very good at it. So this is my first one, could be my last, but yeah, I just want to share something that works for me, that hopefully can work for you guys and give you guys a little bit more confidence into making your own stuff, because I think in the end it's a really good option. So as I said, I don't know if I'm going to show you guys, but because it's going to take a little bit of time, but this is what it looks like with the conditioner. When you add the gel, you just want to add the littlest bit. I would say maybe 1/4 teaspoon, very small, just so that it gets that hold, but it's not too, whatever, too thick. And yeah, so I will show you once this is all dissolved and once I have the gel in there, what it looks like in the end, and then I will show you what it looks like in my hair, which is the important part. Okay, bye. So this is what my mixture ended up looking like right after. It's very murky, very kind of foamy a little bit at the top, and it will have a little bit of chunks in it. Just, there shouldn't be huge chunks obviously, but there should be small. It's normal if there's small chunks. It would be nice if you could get it without, but you know, mine has a few small chunks in it, if you guys can see. I don't know, but yeah. So then basically every time you use it, you're probably going to need to shake it up a little bit, because it's obviously going to get a little bit, you know, unmixed, but I guess that's what you pay for getting, you know, your DIY hair things. Okay, so I'm just going to take all the clips out of my hair, and then I'm going to just move back a little bit so that you guys can see. And then I'm going to just kind of spray it all over. And then you just can kind of scrunch your hair as you desire. And then you kind of just spray it on the ends. Give it a little lift. And I usually flip my hair over. So that it just gets. So yeah, I flip my hair over. And then this is kind of what you get. Get kind of a nice hold for your waves and just kind of a beachy, nice feel to your hair. Curls. And yeah, it's really natural, really easy to do, and a great hold for your hair if you guys are doing anything like that. So this is what it looks like in the end, and I hope that you guys can get some inspiration out of it and possibly use it yourself and tell me how it goes and tell me if you made any alterations. And yeah, so I hope this helps you guys and that you guys get to use it soon. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do everything, and I will have a video very soon for you guys. Okay, bye!